What's up, YouTube? It's Xavier from Two Guys Rolling. And here we are at just a park that's just down the road from my house. And I just wanted to talk about a little something. Um, just before I go to the hospital and clock in for work. So, first and foremost, I just want to say thank you for thanks to God, give thanks to God for life. Because without him, I wouldn't have this opportunity to speak right here in front of this camera, right? Just to be presented to y'all. I wouldn't be able to record any of these videos, and I wouldn't be able to simply just be who I am without God. All right, so getting into the video, just wanted to talk about struggle and weathering the storm. This is a topic that I have discussed before, but I just had some things that I just wanted to add on top of that. um, you know it's just a few things that I think that everyone should continue to keep in mind as they're dealing with various problems, various situations and stuff. First and foremost, one thing that we should continue to remember as we're going through problems, as we're struggling, is that struggle doesn't necessarily last forever. These problems don't necessarily last forever. It's just a season, and you might not be in a season in which you are in harvest. You might not be in a season to which you're getting back, but you might be in a season that's meant for growth. You might be going through things that's meant to advance you and your character, just to build you up. And that's what all these problems that we're facing is really for. Is just character building. It's to make us better. It's to make us better people, to make us stronger people, whether that's emotionally, physically, spiritually. The moments like this, moments of struggle, are meant to teach us things. It's meant to teach us how to persevere through life. Um, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are familiar with the statement that God saves his strong. He saves the tough, gives the toughest battles to his strongest soldiers. Toughest battles for his strongest soldiers. So, like, in other words, all this strife, all this trouble that may seem tough, that may seem hard, you may be looking at everyone else, oh, they're not facing this situation, they're not dealing with this problem. Everybody has their own problems. Everybody has their own different level of problems, but everybody has their own problems. Everybody's going through something, but it's just how we look at things. And how we look at things all comes down to number two: grace. Grace. Whether that's giving other people grace or giving yourself grace, most of all, the difficulty of our situation, the magnitude of our situation, is all by grace. We are all under God's grace. Just each and every struggle we face, each and every day we wake up, each and every meal we consume, each and every trip we take, whether it's on this motorcycle, and I'll show you all that relatively soon, or it's in the car, traveling mercies. All this is by God's grace that we are here, that we are present. So if God can extend us grace, why can't we extend grace to God? If he can extend us grace, why can't we extend grace to him? We so quickly want our situations to go away. We're so quick to just doubt his presence, to doubt God's presence in our life, because things aren't going our way. But it's being grateful for the things that God has presented us with in our life that will definitely change your perspectives on things. And I say that advances as you continue to go through things. The more you deal with the lows, the more you'll start to appreciate the highs in life. And that's what God essentially is doing. He's preparing us for greater. He wants us all to be great. Each and every single one of you have the potential to be great. And that's what it's all about, just being able to appreciate waking up in the morning, being able to appreciate being able to go to sleep, being able to appreciate the meal that you just received, being able to appreciate the social environment around you, being able to appreciate the opportunity to go to work, being able to appreciate the opportunity to go to school. All this is stuff we often overlook because it's over time we become spoiled. It's become the expectation. We gotta ground ourselves and realize that we don't deserve everything that we've received. We never deserved everything we received. We, quite frankly, don't even deserve life in itself, but it's a gift from God, and that's something that we should appreciate. That is something we should appreciate. Grace, super important. To understand that everything is under God's grace. So it's about time that we start to give Him grace. Lastly, on point I wanted to touch on is being perfect. Being perfect. I know a lot of people who tend to want to give up on things or start over on something simply just because in that particular moment it's not perfect. I'm here to tell you that it will just never be perfect. It will never be perfect. That friendship, that job, that assignment, nothing will ever exactly be perfect, but it can be good. It can still be great, but it might not be perfect. It might not ever be perfect. Only being that can ever be perfect is God, and we shouldn't compare ourselves in that sense to make that the expectation. Now, we should do our best to get as close to that, but we shouldn't be mad at ourselves for falling short, because by design there will be faults. We will fall short at times. We will not exactly get a task done to the way we want it to be done, but it's the fact of the matter that you're getting it done that makes a difference. Like that one assignment that we've been putting off for so long, I say just get to it. That one thing you've been putting off for so long, just get to it. Get started. Take that first step. Take the initiative and get it done. Whether it's perfect or not, get it done. But if you get it done early, you can work on the little things. You can make it better. You can make it closer to perfect. But at the end of the day, we can't expect things to always be perfect. It will never be that way, because that's just simply not who we are. That's simply what makes us human. That's what makes us different, is that we won't always be perfect, is that we're going to fail. That's how you improve. You use all these failures, all these mistakes, just to make adjustments to improve, to get better. While we won't exactly be perfect all the time, you can still be great. And to that, I'm going to just say thank you for watching this video. It's been a while since I posted, but I just wanted to put this video out there. I put it on and off for a little while, and yeah, I've been trying to get this going, but you get with school going on, stuff like that, it's just a matter of actually clicking the record button. And today we clicked the record button, we got it down, and I just want you to all do the same. Get it done. Don't delay, because once you delay, much more stuff is going to be in the way. All right, that was a hard statement. All right, I'm gonna catch you guys later. At the end of this video, I'm gonna put a little clip in there just so you get a look at the new bike. I just definitely would say it's a blessing to have this new bike. It's a replacement of the YZF 600R. We had a little issues going on with it, but I have a feeling it's gonna be great. That's two guys rolling. Xavier, catch you later.